Welcome back as we take to the water. Water polo, undoubtedly a sport that combines both strength and speed, yes, and of course ridiculous levels of fitness as well. And this past weekend, some of the best water polo players at university level, they were at the Stellenbosch University pools for the USSA water polo tournament. Here to tell us a little bit more about the tournament and I think bring us up to speed with water polo in the country at that level. Please welcome Marty's ladies coach Ryan Vederman, UCT captain and SA player Nicola McLeod, and UCT ladies coach Western Crew. Guys, welcome to it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us. I was joking saying that you guys should be enemies because I know there's this very proud rivalry, but you guys have obviously spent a lot of time around pools with each other, so thanks for setting rivalries aside after a busy weekend. Maybe, Weston, I can start with you. What went down this weekend? Who were the big winners? What was the tournament like?
Well, firstly, thank you to Marty's for hosting USSA this year. It was an awesome tournament. Overall, on the ladies and men's side, it was a toss-up between UCT and Marty's, both in the final. And both were won by one goal by Marty's, so congrats to them. So tough one all around for UCT, but overall, great competition, great final.
And that's what you want. You want it to go down to the wire. You want these kind of rivalries. And am I right in assuming this? Maybe, Nicola, you can answer this, that like so many of our national sports, varsity is where it really kicks in for that next level. This is where you want to be identified. I'm sure you get identified at school level already, but how important is it to play well through varsity? And when did you feel like, okay, I'm on my way to my national colours? When did that come about for you?
Well, it's nice with water polo. We have a lot of junior national teams as well. So right throughout school, you can also start playing, getting your name out there.
When did you get your colours?
I only played under 18 for the first time and then got my senior national colours in 2018, so last year. So it's all relatively new for me. But yeah, no, I think playing at varsity is so important. It's quite cool. You have that bridge, between school and then playing senior.
You've got to do it yourself. It's not like there's a huge amount of professional support there. Ryan, how difficult is it for your charges to be able to maintain the level of, because it's very physical, very competitive. You've got a small thing of a varsity degree to get through as well. How do you approach training a squad like that, and how competitive is it at varsity level?
So, university is definitely trying to grow its competitiveness. You would have seen a massive degree in variation from every team that we've played. Also the competitiveness. You could see each team that was in the final was for 4 chukkers, which is essentially 45 minutes of getting up and down the pool with great intensity. So I think everyone's taken it upon themselves to improve themselves in whichever way their dynamic can handle it. Obviously trying to take on the academic pressure as well is difficult, but I think as coaches, we've got to give our players a little bit of leeway. If they do miss a session here or there, they go on their own terms and try to catch up what we had done at a training session. So academic is also a big priority, but we've got to make sure that we allow everyone to grow and flourish in that program.
We want the best national water polo side that we can get. What do we have to do to get to that point? Is it a schools thing? Is it a varsity thing? Is it a national thing? Weston, how do you feel?
I think it's just managing all of them together. You've got a brilliant school system, great tournaments, competitive all round, and then merging that into what happens after school. So it's not just university. There's only a finite amount of universities that will play water polo, so it's your club system, and combining that to a great league outside of school and something that the kids can look up to. I mean, they used to be in competitive South African sports, throughout. There's had rivalries between schools, whether it's rugby, whether it's water polo, it's massive. Bring that up, follow it through into varsity polo or club polo, and there we go.
Nicola, very quickly, a message. If you were to speak to a young Nicola right now, I've been doing this with all the awesome sportsmen I have on the show lately. If you could speak to a young Nicola or any young woman wanting to get into water polo, what would you say?
I don't know, essentially just keep going. This sport is tough, it's hard. You don't often get recognition. It's difficult. And I think there were a lot of times when I was younger and I was like, oh, I don't know if I can keep going.
The training is so intense.
Yeah. And especially as like a young girl, for example, you miss a penalty and it's like your world has ended, So just keep going, keep pushing, keep training. It's amazing when you fit how lovely it is to play. So you just got to push through. When you're unfit, it's horrible, but it'll be
find
okay.
you out pretty quickly. Thank you so much, guys. Well done again on a fantastic tournament. Bragging rights belong to Marties for now. Home ground advantage, but we desperately need to support university-level sports because that's where our stars, our national stars, are being discovered. So think about that, and don't forget about your studies as well. Just as important.